What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have the man, the myth, the legend, Scott. We have his X3 down here today, putting some goodies on it. We like to keep you guys updated on the things that we're putting on the machines, changes, fixes, problems, upgrades. So we have I'll just show you. We got a lot going on. Scott's got a bunch of goodies down here. So he has pulled the trigger on some high clearance rear trailing arms. You can see come with some shiny links that won't be shiny for long. That's what we're getting ready to do back here. We're getting that jacked up. And this steering rack, so I'm gonna squeeze in here, Scott. I want to show everyone your steering wheel. If you have an X3 with any amount of mileage on it, you might have this issue, and I'm sure you've heard about it before. So the steering rack in here gets wore out. So you can see it in there moving. Hopefully you can see it on the camera. So he ended up getting a new steering rack, which is right here, and to prevent that from happening again, he went with the Hess steering brace, which is grooved right there, and they give you a plastic wear shim. It looks like it goes in here, goes over top of this, and it gives somewhere for this part of the rack to track back and forth when you're steering, so it doesn't get wallowed out like that and mess your steering up. But so we're gonna get this jacked up. We're gonna get the get it apart. We're gonna start working on the trailing arms. Scott's up there tearing into the front rack. I think there's some other things he got. Carrier bearing. How many miles you have, Scott?
Just under 4,000.
Okay.
Like 3,900.
So right around 4,000. And he's got a carrier bearing, some wheel bearings. We're gonna check them out while they're up. Looks like this one will need a wheel bearing. The carrier bearing started going bad on them, making some noises, so we're gonna get that replaced. But just wanted to jump on here, keep you guys up to date with not only our machines but Scott's too, because he pretty much rides with us more than anyone, and let you know he has a 72-inch RC. I'm sure that you already know that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. 33-inch 370s. Pretty much everything else is stock, right, Scott?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, almost 4,000 miles.
Yeah, can't complain.
No complaints. They're hard miles too.
Yeah, they're not easy miles. That's for sure. So we're gonna start tearing into this. You guys already saw us put our trailing arms on. It looks like about the same process. A little bit different design on the 72-inch. They have a channel that goes straight down through, or ours didn't. And it looks like these come with longer sway bar links than stock, whereas we use our stock sway bar links. So probably not really going to show you a whole much of that process because we already showed you that, but we'll start working on this. We'll bounce back and forth. Definitely want to show you the steering rack though, as we've never done a steering rack, so we're going to keep you updated on that. Looks like there is like a rubber, is that like a boot?
Yeah.
That goes on there?
Yeah, the clips, you have to get the clips from inside.
You can see that boot right there. And there's like push pin clips that hold it on around the firewall. You pull that out, and it looks like there's a 13mm bolt that goes through your steering stem into the rack, and then I'm gonna say probably 18s. Most of these bigger bolts are 18s on here.
I believe they are.
Let's say you probably take those bolts out here and there, and I think you pull the steering rack out this way, and then I haven't really dove too much into how this goes on there, but seen some pictures and videos. We'll check that out. And the new rack comes with the tie rod ends on there, so don't have to worry about that. But we're gonna tear into this, and we'll keep you updated on the progress. So, alright, what's up? We are fast forward here about 2 hours. Wanted to bring it back on, or get the camera back out and show you guys the trailing arms here. The ones on our 64-inch machines are rounded. They're like tubing back here, whereas these ones are boxed. So definitely a little bit stronger looking than ours. And I know ours has it's not open, whereas these you can actually see the whole way down through. So 72-inch ones are pretty beefy, it looks like. I think they'll be fine. Plus you get a lifetime warranty. So you can see that's the finished product here. They give you new sway bar links.
Okay.
A lot more ground clearance.
Bring it towards us a little bit, like maybe right there.
So, and then I think now he has the front rack unbolted. We're just getting it jacked up now, and we're going to be able to pull this rack out. So here's the steering yoke that comes down. Took the bolt out of there. We took these 3 bolts here off of this side, so it's ready to pull out, I think.
Seems okay.
So once we get that jacked up and ready, we'll be able to come over here and kind of figure out how this goes on. I've seen a video or two of that.
I can tell you that one.
They send you some shims in case you might need to shim it. So, what do you got?
I got a mess. I got a mess. Sketchy.
It's sketchy.
It always is.
We're off. Barely, but it's off.
This one's not off.
No.
Let's get the.
Want the jack stands underneath it?
All right. This one's off now.
You know it's getting serious when you gotta get jack stands out. Alright. Let's see. That's probably good. Safety precaution. Oh my, you got a mess going. Alright. So once we're properly set up and ready to pull this rack out of here, we'll come back and we'll be putting these on our machines soon.
Do you want me to lift it up a little more? You can put a reach up one more and we'll fit it down on that.
Yep, good. A little bit. Alright.
I need to go up a little bit more. Okay, I got it now. Hold on.
I usually just put it right at the corner where the frame is.
Alright, that should be good.
Alright, I'm not good at letting it down slowly, so.
Easy.
Yeah, I think if we put shims up.
Okay, we should be good now.
This
Or do we
tire's
need-
not off the ground.
No? Alright. Alright, we're gonna get this situated, and once we're ready, we'll come back, get this set up, and we'll get that rack pulled out, and then we'll get the new rack and the Hess brace set up and put back in here. So we'll be right back.
You say when?
I'm gonna try to get it off of the.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
There, it's got it. You're rolling, Sheri?
Yep.
Okay.
Up close and personal.
Okay. One rack disassembled. Gotta rotate it a little bit.
Alright, what's going on here?
Oh, lift your end up. It's
Hitting the front yoke.
the drive shaft.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
we go. All right.
You got it?
Yep. We don't need that. All right.
There it is.
One junk steering rack.
See this?
Oh wow, that looks bad too.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Look at that.
Huh.
It almost looks like these are loose. And they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
You told me to see if I could.
Well, even this. I don't know if you can. Even this whole thing. Sheri, can you get over here and see that? This whole middle piece.
Yeah.
So what this is supposed to do is bolt on there. I'm not sure which way yet, obviously. But this channel is supposed to keep that this way so it can't roll this way.
Huh.
We'll see. We gotta look at some directions and then we'll be back. Okay. While we had the steering rack out and the diff was accessible, we went ahead and pulled that front drive shaft out before we get to the replacing the steering rack and stuff. And I wanted to show you we're replacing his carrier bearing. So for those of you that haven't seen the carrier bearing being replaced, I wanted to show you while we're here. But here's your rear drive. Let me get this light down here. There we go. That's a little better. So here's the carrier bearing. The bearing was starting to wear out and it's not greasable. I mean, you can pack grease in there by hand, but the actual bearing itself is sealed. But what you want to do is unhook from the front drive shaft the yoke and unbolt the yoke from back here. Slide the rear drive shaft back because there's enough play to get the drive shaft pushed back some, enough to get the front drive shaft off. And then you can pull that drive shaft up out to get it in here. And then on the front of that is a circlip that holds the bearing in. You just pull that circlip off and pull the carrier bearing out, and then you slide the new carrier bearing in and put the new circlip in, and that's all there is to it. It's like $25 to $35 depending on where you get that. And how long did you say it last year? Like 4,000 miles?
I have, yeah, but it's right about 3,900.
Yeah, so not bad for a $30 part, but we're getting that replaced now while we had access to the front end. So I just wanted to get on here and show you that before we finished it up, in case you ever had to do one. Mine and Sheri, we've both replaced ours. Sheri ended up going on a trail, and I just did mine as preventative maintenance. But as soon as we're done bolting that in, we'll get right back and we'll get on this and we'll show you how we think it goes. We'll be back. Alright, we're back. It's been a little bit, but we're taking the bolts out of, they call it the flag, but we're going to take these bolts out here and we're going to bolt this piece into here instead of this piece. Okay, we're back after the battery died. GoPro battery. So that's what we're doing now, is unbolting this piece. Take these off. Hess directions say to disregard this, so we're not going to need that anymore. That's a tab to keep the bolts locked. So now we're gonna put this back up here with this plate. Line that up. I can't see that over there. Is it in?
Yeah, I got it started.
Okay, for future reference, if you're doing this rack slides here, and you can see the holes there. It was just off to the side a little bit, so you just have to pull that over. There we go. Alright, so we're going to get this bolted up. And we're going to slide this down over top of this, and that part is what slides back and forth in here. So once we get this all bolted up, we'll get it ready to put back in the X3, and we'll be back with you here in a minute. You can see we have this piece. This is from the Hess kit. And they say to put these bolts parallel with the edge so that this piece will fit down over there. So you put that on. Give her a couple taparoos. And that is done.
Yeah, it looks exactly the way it's supposed to be.
And then this piece will go on here like so. And now when you turn, this piece has no option other to travel in this cutout section, so now it can't roll, which is how all the X3s end up going after a certain amount of miles. Mine and Sheri's are starting to have a little bit of play in ours. Not near as bad as what Scott's was, but it's starting to get there. But we're going to throw this back in. We're going to get it bolted up. Let's try it upside down again. That seemed like it was pretty close.
It was.
How's it look? Oh. Alright, now we're cooking with something.
Alright. I have to put
Okay.
this.
Did you guys see that? What we did was we turned the camera off. We raised the front end up because we don't have wheels and stuff on it. And we spun it until the drive shaft was like parallel. And then put this in with these facing down, so upside down, and that was able to get enough through there.
Did you tell them why the shock is missing?
Oh, no. Where is the shock? I want to go ahead and show them that. So, while we were messing around with the front end, one of his shock bushings here was broke. Is there one up there?
I don't know where you put that one.
Maybe on the end somewhere. Anyway, I don't know if we'll be able to find it. Anyway, this piece here was broke, so we took the shock off, and he had an extra one, so we went ahead, and there's a little tiny clip in there. We just pulled that clip out with a little pick, and then pressed the new one in there. So not sure where the old one went. Maybe over here. It's on my press. I remember. Somewhere over here. I think I laid it over. There it is. On my wheel bearings. There it is. So you can see that. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's what that side looked like. You can see the little broken piece. So we went ahead and fixed that while it was down here. So we're gonna get this bolted in there's a shim right here. The shim goes on the driver's side, and then they give you these shims for the other side if needed, and some directions. So we're gonna go ahead and get this side bolted up. We're gonna get this pushed back on for the steering, and that brace on there. It's a shame to put that in there and cover it up. You won't even be able to see it.
No, that's okay.
It'll do its job.
That's right.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this bolted up, and then we'll come back if we have something else. I think there might be one or two more things to do while it's here. So, okay, we just got it in, got it bolted up. See the Hess brace here, new rack, everything's bolted. You can see he's turning it. Want to like turn it all the way to one side. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it on here. That channel's in there, sliding through there, so there's no way you can have any play. So we got that bolted up. Tie rods are on. Carrier bearings in. Trailing arms are in. We replaced one wheel bearing. Got a shock bushing. Got these all good to go. There's his old ones. You can see it's missing a guard. So those are good to go. I think that's about it, huh? Maybe a few more odds and ends. But pretty much we'll sum up the video, I think. I don't think we have anything that, other than maybe a few odds and ends here and there to tighten up. But just want to say thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate you tuning in. I was excited to get Scott's machine down here, get a different one in the garage, so you guys can see some of the stuff we're doing to this. I like when I watch other YouTube channels to keep up to date with their machines and see what parts they're using, see what works, what doesn't work. If we have any issues with the parts that we're bolting on, you'll be the first ones to know. Oh yeah, update on Sheri's Turner Eagle Level 2 axles. So we sent them in. If you remember our rock run video, she was on like a rock, and she went to turn, broke the axle. I sent it in. Turner got it. No issues. They said they replaced it. It's actually in the mail back to us right now. Should have it in a day or two. So the warranty, good to go. Can't say anything bad about that. I did tell them that I wanted to return them because I felt that it broke easier than what it should have. They said no, which kind of expected. Obviously, we ran them, but so we put OEM axles back in. We're gonna keep them for spares. We got a set of limit straps for Sheri's from Shock Therapy coming. We'll probably bolt them on. See if that helps. You know, maybe being at full droop, no front sway bar. Could be an issue, could not be an issue. I don't know. I was really hoping the Turner axle would hold up better than it did. But it broke fairly easy, as you can see in the video. But they did stand behind their product. They replaced it, no questions asked. It's on the way. You got anything to add that I didn't do, like another machine update? Anything new with yours? I can't remember. Yeah, no A-arms yet. She's been trying to order high clearance A-arms and not having it, not yet. We don't need them yet. She has them in the cart ready to order, so we'll probably do an update video on that soon.
Next week?
Yeah. Not next week. But we'll end the video here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about Scott's buggy, let us know. We'll be sure to get you the answers. He'll see you in the comments on the videos, whatever. If he doesn't see it, I'll see it. I'll let him know. We'll get back to you. So, is there anything you guys need to know? Let us know. try to get you the answer as quick as possible. Till next time, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.